Barack Obama, again, it is irrelevant whether he was born in Kenya or not, and that's what people don't understand. There is no need to prove that he was born in Kenya or anywhere else.
Right.
The most important issue is the fact that since birth he had foreign citizenship. It was said at the inauguration that his father was an immigrant. The point is, his father was never an immigrant in this country. His father was here on a student visa,
right,
and was never a U.S. citizen, not even a resident. And therefore, at the time Barack Obama was born, he had British citizenship under British Nationality Act of 1948.
And does he have a British birth certificate?
I don't know if it is relevant.
Okay.
The whole point is, because his father was a British citizen, he did not qualify. And let me bring one more example just to show that I am consistent.
Please.
It is an important issue. For example, Bobby Jindal is considered to be one of the leading Republican candidates in the next presidential election.
Well, maybe.
And I was very outspoken, time and again, stating that he cannot be a presidential candidate for the same reason that Obama cannot be the president, specifically because when Bobby Jindal was born, his father, just like Obama's father, was here on a student visa, not from Kenya, but from India, regardless. And therefore, at birth, Bobby Jindal had citizenship and allegiance to India. Whether he actually obtained any documents from India or not, it's irrelevant.
It is irrelevant. You're right.
I'm saying, it's not a matter of politics. It is a constitutional issue.
Well, I'm glad that this is not a political thing, because that's when we get mixed up. I have 5 questions here, and if we, I know it's tough, but if we can get yes or no's from you, it would be great. Do you believe Barack Obama was raised in radical Islam?
Well, I believe that. It's regardless of what I believe.
Well, but I'm curious. But that's my question. What do you believe?
Sure. Well, I'm not going to talk about my beliefs. I'm just going to talk about the facts that we all know. When his biological father is a Muslim, and judging by some of his writings, he really continued on the path of radical Islam.
Okay.
Barack Obama himself went to school in Indonesia, and his school certificate shows him as Muslim, and where it states religion, it states Islam. We know that in 1981, he traveled to Pakistan, which was under the rule of General Zia-ul-Haq. The country was under very strict radical Muslim rule. So those are the facts.
I follow. Again, there's just 5 of these. Let me just see if we can run through a couple more. And again, the closer we can get to just yes or no is going to be ideal.
Okay.
Do you believe Barack Obama's first act as president was to donate money to Hamas?
It was one of the executive orders.
Okay.
Where he donated $900 million to Hamas, while at the same time he cut $500 million from U.S. Army veterans.
So $900 million to Hamas. Do you think that Barack Obama has dozens of Social Security numbers?
Again, it's not what I think. What I think is absolutely irrelevant.
Well, it's not. I mean, Orly, hold on a second. I'm interested in. I happen to think he doesn't have dozens. I want to know what you think. It's relevant to me, and it's relevant to our audience.
Sure. And again, as an attorney, I can only talk about the facts and evidence that I possess.
Well, talk to us as a dentist, then maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So the facts, the evidence that I possess, that I have obtained, those are affidavits from licensed investigators. And according to affidavit by the licensed investigator, Neil Sankey, as well as affidavits from other investigators, for example, Susan Daniels, Barack Obama, according to national databases such as ChoicePoint, LexisNexis, Locator, used multiple Social Security numbers,
Got it.
none of which were issued in the state of Hawaii.
Okay.
Moreover, the number that he is using currently, and you can actually verify that, 042684425 is the number that was issued in Connecticut. That's the number that he used most of his life. Originally was issued to an individual born in 1890. And as we know, of course, Obama was not born in 1890.
No, certainly
never
not.
resided in Connecticut.
I've got it. So you're, Orly, I'm trying to get through. There's just so much to cover. Your answer to that one is yes, I think, if I hear correctly.
Well, this is the evidence that I have.
I follow.
The court needs to view it and make a decision whether there should be an action in regards to that.
Do you believe that Barack Obama has made threats on your life?
No, he did not. He personally did not make any threats on my life.
Or his associates?
All I know that a number of individuals made threats on my life. I have those recorded. I have, recorded both in audio recordings, emails, comments on my website. So it's all well documented. I have affidavits. I have all the information. There was tampering with my car. I'm not stating that it was done by Barack Obama himself. As a matter of fact, I'm sure it
No,
was
I'm
not
sure it
done
wasn't
by
him personally. Yeah.
There were a number of individuals that did it, and I went to law enforcement all over the nation. I demanded investigation.
Okay.
I have a family. I have 3 children. And as of yet, no investigation was done, and that's why I went to United Nations to the civil rights defenders.
I've got it. So I followed. So the answer is not Barack Obama personally, but you believe it may have been his associates acting for him. I follow.
All I'm saying, some individuals have made multiple death threats. There was tampering with my car. There was tampering with my PayPal account. There was vandalism of my website, vandalism of my car.
Got it.
And those just need to be investigated. Listen,
Orly, we're
during Watergate.
They do. We're just out of time. I was hoping to get yes or no's, but we got 2 or 3 minute answers. Last thing, I think it's interesting what you're doing. I think you're wrong, but I would suggest to you, a little bit of the time looking for Barack Obama's birth certificate, let's uncover Sarah Palin's high school diploma or Glenn Beck's rehab discharge form. I think that would be a good use of time, I'll be honest.
Well, you know what? Let's do one thing at a time. But the thing is, regardless, and you know what? I'm not, trust me, I have gotten requests of investigation of a lot of things. And again, it is not political.
No.
I'm not a fan of Glenn Beck. If you've seen, I've written a number of articles where I disagreed with Glenn Beck vehemently on a number of issues. As a matter of fact, it was written, well, here, Orly Taitz is attacking Barack Obama and John McCain and Glenn Beck.
Well, Orly, I'll tell you, you have said it all. Unfortunately, we've gone way over. I thank you for calling in today, and we are just completely out of time. Orly Taitz, it's incredible. I really hope that we're able to find that birth certificate, Louis, because I, as much as anyone else, wants to know where it is.
This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Midweek Politics is brought to you in part by Just Coffee Cooperative, fair trade coffee from around the world, roasted daily at justcoffee.coop. By Jackson & Connor, classically modern men's apparel in Northampton, Massachusetts on the second floor of Thorne's Marketplace. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.